stand for that flag. Alright, I'm going to show you how to make sweetbread. Because I'm making French toast. Tomorrow's turkey day, and I make a sweetbread for French toast in the morning. And then I make the rolls, and I'll leave those in the fridge overnight, and then I take them out tomorrow for them to warm up. So anywho, what you're going to need is roughly 4 to 5 cups of, I use bread flour, okay? So, you know what I'll do is I'll zoom in on that so you can see what I'm doing. You don't really necessarily need to see me. Okay. There we go. Okay. So you have flour. Okay. Oh, you say you want to see my Air Force shirt? Absolutely. So anyway, I've got the flour in here. Okay. 4.5, 5 cups roughly of flour. Then I use 2 tablespoons yeast. Half a cup sugar. Okay. Now I use baker's sugar. It's a refined. Apparently the measuring cup was damp. So anyway, I use the refined sugar. Baker's sugar, it's dissolves easier, so that's why I use that. I probably could zoom out, I guess. You know. Yeah, I guess it don't matter. If I squat down, right? Okay. So you're going to need, I've already put 2 tablespoons of yeast in here. I already put about 4 cups of flour in there. You need 2 eggs. I already put my half a cup of sugar. I already put my salt in there. Then you need a cup of milk, half a cup of water, and a 1/4 cup of butter. And you heat the milk up. You don't really need to see that, I suppose. But anyway, you heat the milk up on the stove. You scald it. Bad milk. And I'll put the water with it, and I put the butter in there, and I let it warm up a little bit until the butter's melted. You don't want it hot, you just want it warm. And then when you're done with that, pour it in here with the rest. You also want 2 eggs, which I already have out. So you want 2 eggs. You know what, we'll use... I mean, technically, you could lightly beat the eggs so they're well, mixed in. Then, as soon as the so really, there's not that much to it. Once the butter melts and the milk and that warm up. Then I'll dump that in there and start mixing it. We'll show that in a minute. Alrighty then. Cats are playing. Butter, water, milk is all mixed up. And what we'll do is we'll scan down, zoom it in here, add that in there. Okay, so we're all set there. So I just added the ingredients together. Turn it on, mix it up. You'll have to add more flour as you go. And as I say, I usually start out with about 4 cups of water. 4 cups of flour, I'm sorry. And then you let it rise, you let it double in size, and then beat it down. There's enough for 2 loaves of bread here, but like I said, I'm going to make rolls. But anyway, let it rise, double in size, and then once it doubles in size, take it out, beat it down. We'll show that. So anyway, we're mixing it all together, and you don't need to see that, but the next shot will be after it doubles in size. You want it not real tacky, so you add enough flour to it to where you touch it, it doesn't stick to your hand. A little tacky is good, heavily tacky is bad. And the longer you let it mix, kind of like bagel bread, or bagels, the longer you let it mix, the more the gluten breaks up and makes the bread more chewy. So it depends on how you want to do it. And so we're all set. And I'll shoot it again, wait, let it get all mixed and put the flour in there. As you can see, alright, if I can find it, you can see how, you know how tacky it is. So you'll just add more flour. Like I say, I use bread flour. And then once it gets thoroughly mixed, to where it's like barely tacky, then you're good to go. Alright, as you can see, nice ball of dough. It's tacky, but it's not sticky, so it doesn't stick to my hands, eh? And what you want to do is put it in the bowl, grease the bowl, spray it, whatever you want to do, and lightly cover it with either a damp towel or plastic wrap. Not tightly if you use plastic wrap, keep it loose. And once it doubles in size, throw a few measuring cups on the floor. Once it doubles in size, then we'll go from there. So that's how it's going to look. And then when it doubles in size, I'll get a shot of that and finish it out. Also, you want to add roughly about a teaspoon of vanilla. Forgot to mention that. But add a teaspoon of vanilla. You don't have to. But add some vanilla to it. I use Tahitian vanilla. Girls don't wear no tops. But from Tahiti. Actual from Tahiti. There's companies that sell the vanilla, the Tahitian vanilla. It's Tahitian vanilla beans growing somewhere else, not from Tahiti. The idea of buying it from Tahiti, that's the climate that they grow best in. That helps with what makes it a good taste. So don't forget to add. You don't have to add, but I always add like a teaspoon or so of vanilla. Give it that little extra taste. Alrighty then. You can see it's basically more than doubled in size. And what I'm gonna, because like I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm making rolls also. So I'm going to take my dough blade and I'm going to cut off what I need for the rolls, if I don't break something. Usually I cut it in half, or close. And you know what, give it a little bit more. You know, and then I'll throw those back in there. And then those I'll cut down to size. But for now, I'm going to take the bread. You can use a wood roller. This is marble. Marble rolling pins are good for if you chill it when you're making your pie recipes, dough for pies. Because obviously you want to keep it as cold as possible. Same thing if you're making croissants. Because of the butter, you want it to remain cold. So if you take a marble one like this, put it in your fridge, and chill it, it works really good for rolling out pie dough and do, because this is for French bread, I'm going to grind cinnamon and I'm going to put cinnamon on it. Because I'm making French toast with cinnamon. And of course, what are the chances of the cinnamon running out while I'm doing a freaking video? So let me pause it. Alrighty then. Just refilled my cinnamon. The reason I grind my own cinnamon is it just tastes better, it's more fresh. And you can also, the coarseness of it, you can control. What this isn't actually a cinnamon grinder, it's for rock salt. You can use pre-done cinnamon, you don't have to grind your own cinnamon. A lot of people won't go through that effort, because it takes a lot. Grind your own cinnamon, I grind my own pepper, and you know. There we go. Oh, just so you know, the cinnamon that I use is Saigon cinnamon. I mean, Vietnamese is the most popular cinnamon. So I use that cinnamon, and then I also use the cinnamon here. So there's different varieties. Some of them are too big, so you gotta like break them apart. So anyway, this is going to be for French bread. So I just add my cinnamon to it. How much you say? How much as you want to add? It's entirely up to you. Trial and error, basically. There you go. And then you get a cookie sheet out. Put it on a cookie sheet. Lightly cover it with plastic wrap. Let it double in size. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now is I need to get a cookie sheet out. And then this here, what I do with this, where's my cornmeal? Hark! My cornmeal's disappeared. Oh my god, tear it up. Stuff isn't where it should be. Where the hell's my cornmeal? I always sprinkle some cornmeal on the cookie sheet. Basically so the bread doesn't stick to it. And then what I do with, for the rolls, you know, basically I just try to roll it out. And then what I'll do, I kind of roll it out into a circle, roughly, like this. And then I will, I cut it like a pie, basically. And then what I do is I just form them into kind of a ball like that. Okay, pinch it together. I don't do anything special. Yeah, there's a little bit of cinnamon that was on the cutting board, but it's not going to hurt. So thusly. And then what I'll do is, and by pinching them together like that, you can see that, you know, they're not going to come apart. That's the idea of pinching them. You know, I don't make them all the exact same size, so some are bigger, but doesn't matter. Depends on who pigs out. And then what I do is I use the same recipe, the same bread recipe, my Sweetbread, when I make cinnamon rolls. But when I make cinnamon rolls, I use cinnamon, and then I do use a little bit of sugar also. So anyway, I'll just put them in a pan and refrigerate them. And there you go. And then I'll cover these with plastic wrap, and they'll sit overnight. And then tomorrow, when I'm fixing turkey and everything, I'll take them out and let them slowly rise. And there you go. That's it. And there's the bread risen. Still rising a little bit. You bake it, well, I put it on convection bake at 375 for anywhere from 15, 25 minutes. Really depends. And as soon as the oven hits temperature, I will pop it in there. And also what I like to do is when I first pull it out of the oven, I like to put a little bit of butter over the top of it to add a little bit of flavor. And I can guarantee you that once I do that, the heel, I always cut that off and eat it. So that won't make it for French toast on Turkey Day morning. So anyway, there you go. I'll get a shot of it too after I pull it out of the oven.